I'm really excited about this review because I've heard about this band and I've never really checked them out. So that's why I love doing this channel and I love listening to music because it pushes me past my boundaries and I'm super stoked on that. Hey, I'm Matt from Diazable and I do music reviews on this channel. Thanks for coming on by. Today I am checking out the band Jinjer with their latest album, Duel. If you're into metal, you probably know who this band is, but if not, Jinjer is a Ukrainian metal band that started back in 2008 from their hometown of Donetsk. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And one thing that everyone talks about this band is that, none of the original members of the band are in it anymore. The oldest members are the guitarist and the vocalist Tatiana and Roman, and they've been in the band since about 2009, but all the original members, they haven't been in here since 2008. So one of the rare times where, a band or a musician group continues where none of them are in it anymore. This band is probably one of the most hottest and most talked about bands in the metal scene in the past couple of years because there's a lot about this band that makes them interesting. None of the band members are the original members. They have a female lead vocalist. They're from Ukraine, which is in, a bit of a hot spot these days. So there's a lot about this band that's, been pushing it forward and people have been supporting them and, giving them a lot of praise. And this is my first time ever checking them out. And from what I'm hearing and from what I've heard about them through other channels and stuff, I kind of understand why everyone really likes them. Jinjer's new album is definitely a chaotic mix of heavy and light sounds, and it's executed with surgical precision with a touch of madness. They've mastered the art of blending, unhinged aggression with real emotional depth. And all that really stems from is their main vocalist, Tatiana, and her powerhouse vocals. Her screams, her roars, and her growls, just flawless. I was floored when I was listening to this. Her cleans, on the other hand, at times, they really hit you in the gut with emotion and some really good weight to them. Other times, she kind of misses the mark. But when she nails it, like on the songs Green Serpent and Fast Draw, it's just, it's pure magic. So here's a clip of Green Serpent for you. That blend and balance there is just great. The bass on this album is delightfully grimy in a weird way. Like it has a very swampy texture to it. You can definitely feel it in your ears and your body as you listen to it on this album. You can really feel it slithering underneath all the tracks here, especially on Tantrum and Green Serpent. And it just, weighs everything down and keeps everything almost super heavy by suffocating you with just how dense and impressive it is. So here's a clip of it on Tantrum. I'll tell you how it's done. It's just laying deep under the cut of everything and just sounding really good with that plucky and that plucky sound, giving it a lot of texture. It's a tone that makes you instinctively scrunch your face up like this, like you smelled something bad, but in the best possible way. It's just like, damn, that bass is kicking. Riffs on here, they be chugging, and I mean they chug hard. And a great example of the just good and hard chugging on this album is on the song Fast Draw. They just sound so impeccable here. They just sound so dope. But here's the thing. After a while, listening to these riffs over and over, they start to bleed and blend in together. So if it wasn't for, the acoustic and slow down parts of the songs and Tatiana's strong and powerful and commanding vocals, and definitely how she shifts between, clean and unclean vocals, some of these tracks would just, seem like remixes of the same song and same riffs over and over. Drumming on this album is definitely one of their secret weapons, because like unlike other bands that, you know, treat their drummers maybe, you know, as an afterthought, well, I don't think a lot of bands do that, because, you know, drummers are probably the most important part of the band, because they're the backbone, they're the rhythm, they keep things going. But, you know, I think Jinjer here is doing a really good job in terms of, he's not just the backbone of the group, Vlad, the drummer. He is using the whole kit. He's fully utilizing everything. He is all over that thing, you know, throwing in some really good fills, bouncy grooves, and unexpected shifts in his playing. I think a good example of where he fully utilizes his skills and the kit itself is on the songs Fast Draw and Duel, because the way he's playing is very chaotic, but also very precise at the same time. I can see why Jinjer is one of the most, you know, exciting bands in modern metal now, because they have a good sense of balancing out heavy and light sounds thanks to their powerhouse of a vocalist, Tatiana, and just her versatility and just, you know, the way they utilize her. And that's like the band's best and like foremost weapon to use. However, just like I said earlier, the riffing on here can get a little bit repetitive and, you know, seem very familiar. Like the tuning of the guitars, the way they're playing here, there's, you know, you can feel like it's like a good and bad thing. Like, oh, this is a Jinjer song, and then at times can be like, oh, this is a Jinjer song. So it's a really hard balancing back. Still, when this album hits, it hits for sure, because it's doing a really good job of balancing things out. And so if you're looking for something that's, you know, equal parts groovy and heavy and theatrical while also just being straight punishing, this is an album that's going to be something that you're going to enjoy. But don't be surprised if, you know, occasionally you feel like you've heard the same song twice on here sometimes. But that being said, my first time listening to Jinjer fully all the way through, I gotta say they've done a pretty good job here, and I would give this album a nice to okay 8 out of 10. Links down below. Tell me what you think about this album. Tell me what you think about this review. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you in the pit.